Okay, our last lesson in Chapter 8 is Lesson 8, Write Fractions as Decimals. So, let's look. Again, if you click on the watch icon, you can watch other examples being done if you are online in your My Math portal, or you can go to the tutor and they also have workable problems there recorded for you. Okay, example 1. The average weight of a tennis racket is 2/5 of a pound. Write this weight as a decimal. Okay, so we're going to write 2/5 as a decimal. So, they're telling us to find an equivalent fraction using the denominator of 10. Okay, and you're going to use denominators of tens and hundreds all throughout this lesson. Okay, so denominator of 10. You can see this time I covered it up, right? So 5 times what gets me that 10? And you said 2. And now you should be telling me that whatever I do to the denominator, I also have to do to the numerator. So I'll just write that right there as well. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. See? There you go. Since 5 times 2 is 10, okay, equals 10, then we're going to multiply 2 times 2 to get the 4, which I just did. They had to spell it out for us. Step 2. We're going to write the fraction with a denominator of 10 as a decimal. So, 2/5 is equal to 0.4, because 4/10 means 4 out of 10 means 4/10, or no whole numbers, and one position behind the decimal is the tenths place. T-E-N-T-H-S. The tenths place. So 0.4. 0 and 4/10. Okay? You can use a place value chart to read the decimal. So they've done that here for you. They placed our 0 ones and they placed our 4. It reads 4/10. T-E-N-T-H-S. So the average weight of a tennis racket is 4/10 of a pound. Wow, it's super light, right? Okay, let's look at our next example. Example number 2. We're going to write 3/4 as a decimal. Only this time, they tell us that we're going to use a denominator of 100. Okay, so clearly 4 times 25 is going to get us 100. So 4 times 4/4 gets us our 100 pennies, right? Okay, so we're going to multiply the numerator times 25 as well. And we know that 3/4 is 75. And here they showed us that multiplication. 4 times 25 is 100. 3 times 75. 3 times 25 is 75. So we're going to write the fraction with a denominator of 100 as a decimal. So 0.75. Because we have 2 zeros in our denominator, so we have 2 places behind our decimal. So when we read this, it's 75 hundredths. Okay? So we read the decimal as, and get used to saying 0 and, because someday it's not going to be 0, it's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 and 75 hundredths. Okay? So let's just practice 0 and 75 hundredths. It's a bit of a mouthful. 75 hundredths ends in THS. Okay? And I'll stop there.